Guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be kind of like a part 2, I want to call it, of a video that I posted last month, in which I talked about what actives are necessary in your skincare routine and what other actives you can skip based on your skin types and your skin concerns, because I know actives can be very overwhelming as a subject when it comes to skincare. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about what actives you can pair together and what actives you should probably not pair together. Now, first of all, I want to say, just as a rule of thumb, if you can avoid pairing two actives together, please do that. Again, in my earlier video, I mentioned that only use the actives that you need, and typically most people just need one or two actives in their routine, so you can use one in the morning and the other at night. But if you are unlucky like me, you might probably have to incorporate 3 or 4 different actives in your skincare routine. Like, if I have to give you my personal example, 4 of my absolute staple actives, which I don't want to say I can't live without, because I probably can, but if I want to improve my skin and make sure that it's not deteriorating, I probably want to incorporate these actives on a very regular basis in my skincare routine, and those are vitamin C because of the acne marks and hyperpigmentation that I have, niacinamide because I do want to regulate my sebum production since I have oily skin, and I've noticed that when I use niacinamide regularly, my pores appear a lot less smaller. BHAs or salicylic acid because I do have oily acne prone skin, in case you're new to my channel, and salicylic acid works amazing for me when I use it on a regular basis. And last but not the least, AHAs or alpha hydroxy acids, because when the acne goes away and when the pimples dry up, it does tend to leave behind some skin texture. So these are like 4 of my go-to actives that I have to use on a pretty regular, consistent basis to maintain good skin. So if you have a different skin type and you probably don't have one of these skin concerns, you can easily avoid unnecessary actives from your routine. That being said, I know a lot of you have very similar skin type, very similar skin concerns to I have, which is to what I have, which is why I'm going to tell you how you can pair the actives together in your routine if you do want to. That being said, even though we might have similar skin types, our the degree to which our skin can tolerate products might also be different. So when you're incorporating, please start slow, and again, if you can incorporate just one active at a time in your routine, then please do that, because it's going to be a lot more gentler on your skin. Also, before we jump right into the video, I do want to say that in this video, the active combinations that I'm going to talk about are what has worked for me. If you watch similar videos like these from dermatologists or estheticians or skincare experts online, there might be certain active combinations that they might not recommend or they might be recommending. But when I have tried those combinations myself, they have not worked for me, or maybe something that people say you should not combine together actually did end up working for me. So I'm going to be sharing my personal experience here. If you want to go by the books, if you want to go by what dermatologists say, go ahead and like be free to do whatever you want to. I'm just here to share my personal experience, so I did want to give that out as a disclaimer before we jump right into it. But now that we have like a 4-minute long intro, I think we should dive right in, and I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite combinations when it comes to combining actives together, and then some other combinations that did not work out for me. So let's jump right into it. The first combination is again one that is a very controversial, I want to say, active combination, because a lot of people say that you can mix it together, a lot of other people say that you should not be mixing it together, and that is vitamin C and niacinamide. Again, like I mentioned, those are 2 of my favorite ingredients, and in my personal opinion, when I do mix them together, I do not notice any kind of sensitivity or irritation or anything of that sort. That being said, you also need to keep in mind that not every vitamin C serum will work with every niacinamide serum. The consistency matters. Generally, if both the products are more lightweight, there is a chance that you will not notice any kind of pilling, or you might not notice that it's super sticky or heavy on the skin. The Sugandha antioxidant serum, which is the vitamin C serum, I have paired with the Sugandha niacinamide, and that is a good product active combination if you do want to pair well, like if you do want to pair like those products together. Also, I'm currently using the It Skin vitamin C serum, and when I pair it with the Earth Rhythm they have a niacinamide toner that I do pair it with, and that works well together. Or I pair the It's Skin Vitamin C with the Minimalist Niacinamide Serum, the 10% niacinamide plus zinc one. I haven't tried the niacinamide plus hyaluronic acid one, so I don't know about that. But yeah, those are two product combination options that have worked for me. So in case you're looking for specific product recommendation options also, then I thought I wanted to share that as well. That being said, again, I don't always do this. Sometimes I will like alternate. So like on Monday I'll use vitamin C, on Tuesday I'll use niacinamide, and then again so on. So like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you get the gist. But yeah, vitamin C and niacinamide does work well together for me when I do pair it well. Like when I pair it together, it does work well for me. Moving on to a combination that a lot of people do suggest, especially if you have oily acne prone skin. But when I tried this out, it was a big disaster. I did share this in the past as well. But when I paired niacinamide with BHAs, it is it's like breakout city, texture city. I've tried this out twice, and both the times that I've tried it out, my whole face was covered with tiny little bumps, like textural bumps, and it was just all over my face, my cheeks, even like around my nose and everything here, my forehead where I never break out. Like I might get one or two like around my hairline, like if I'm not cleaning my face well, like when it comes to like makeup removal and everything, I might get like one or two breakouts in my forehead, but otherwise I never break out in my forehead. And when I use this combination together, my whole forehead was covered in like these tiny bumps. So niacinamide and BHA did not work well for me at all. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you. Moving on next, this I feel like is a combination that people say that if it's formulated in a product together, you can definitely use it together. That being said, I should have shared this in the beginning of the video as well. That if a product is formulated with a bunch of ingredients together, then you do not need to worry. Like for example, if a product has niacinamide and BHA together, even though individual products might not work well together, but if it's formulated together to be in a product, it might probably work, because the people who formulated the product have tried and tested it out on multiple people before they launch a product in the market. So if anything is formulated with multiple active ingredients together, I don't think that you should worry about it. That being said, the third combination I'm going to talk about is AHAs and BHAs. Now, there are multiple products in the market which are formulated with AHAs and BHAs, and most of them do end up working for me. But if you don't want to necessarily buy a product with AHAs and BHAs together, but if you have an AHA product and a BHA product separately, you can also use them together. Now, that being said, I've never used an AHA serum with a BHA serum, but I've used the Pixi Glow Tonic with the Dr. Shades BHA serum. I've also used the Minimalist Salicylic Acid serum with the Pixi Glow Tonic, which has glycolic acid, which is an AHA, and those work really well for me together, especially when I feel like I have a lot of acne, I'm breaking out like crazy, and I want to clear that up. I feel like AHAs and BHAs together, specifically at that time, is a great combination. I wouldn't use it regularly together, but especially when my skin is dealing with a lot, I do use that combination together, and it works amazingly for me. Moving on next. Now, this is another thing that I feel like people say you can pair hyaluronic acid with everything, and people also say you can pair niacinamide with everything. About niacinamide, again, with BHAs, would not recommend it, and I haven't tried it out with AHAs, so I wouldn't really want to comment on that. But when it comes to hyaluronic acid, again, people say that hyaluronic acid is not really something that doesn't work well together with other ingredients, which is why you can pair it with everything. But in my personal experience, I never would want to pair a hyaluronic acid serum with any other active serum, because I just feel like it is too much. It's too like heavy on the skin in a way, and sometimes my products end up pilling. Like they don't, like if I'm using a hyaluronic acid serum or any other hydrating serum, like not just hyaluronic acid in specific, but any humectant hydrating serum, even like a green tea serum or anything, they just don't like I feel like even if I use hyaluronic acid or a hydrating serum before I'm using a vitamin C serum or a niacinamide serum, it's always either too sticky and heavy, or I just feel like it's not blending, it's not sinking in well into the skin. So I would rather use a hydrating toner maybe with a vitamin C serum or something, or just use a hydrating serum alone, maybe like give my skin a break from other actives and just use a simple hydrating serum, like just soothing, calming, hydrating, nourishing without any other actives. Like that's just how I prefer it, because I feel like that works best for me. So yeah, that is that. Moving on next, this one is not really an active combination, but this is something that I don't know, it's just changed my whole approach when it comes to skincare, and I've always done it this way. When it comes to vitamin C, a lot of people prefer using vitamin C at night sometimes because it's supposed to be like unstable when it comes in contact with sunlight and stuff. But I always like to use my vitamin C in the morning, because vitamin C with a sunscreen is a very powerful anti-aging, or like a protection from free radicals. It's a very strong antioxidant combination. So I always like to use my vitamin C in the morning, because paired with sunscreen, it's like it's said to be the best anti-aging that you can do for yourself. Now, obviously, I'm 21. I can't talk about anti-aging because I don't really know that. Maybe like 10 or 20 years down the line, if you ask me this question, I can probably give you a better answer. But yeah, I love using my vitamin C in the morning because of that amazing combination, like with sunscreen. It's a very, very powerful combination. So that's my next active combination, if you want to call it that. Moving on next, another combination, sort of like in a similar vein, is using a BHA cleanser with a vitamin C. Now, this is again something I've heard Susan Yara talk about, and I believe there's also another skincare like YouTuber online who has spoken about this, that when you use a BHA cleanser, which now I've started using my BHA cleansers in the morning instead of in the evening, because when you use an AHA BHA cleanser and then use a vitamin C, it's supposed to give, like, the vitamin C is going to work better on your skin. So in the mornings, what I do is I use an AHA BHA cleanser first, and when I'm doing my skincare routine, I will use a vitamin C, and then obviously pair it with the sunscreen. So yeah, that is another combination I'm going to talk about, because I feel like I have not heard a lot of people talk about this. So I don't really also like, I want to say that, I mean, Susan Yana has been in the industry for so long, so obviously she knows, but this is not something a lot of people talk about. So again, I don't know how true it is, but because I want to believe her and because I absolutely love her channel and love the knowledge that she shares, this is something that I've also started incorporating myself, which is why I want to share it with you guys on here. Moving on next. Now, the last combination I'm going to talk about. So I mentioned earlier that I haven't tried glycolic acid and niacinamide. It's something I've not tried out for a long time, but recently I did try it maybe like 2 or 3 times, I want to say, and I've started, like, when it comes to the Pixie Glow Tonic, this is the major example I'm going to give you, because it's one of my favorite AHA toner kind of products that I've been using, and I use it sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the night. I don't have like a specific like routine designed with it. I just use it whenever I feel like I really need it, and I have tried it a couple of times along with my minimalist niacinamide serum that I spoke about earlier, and I feel like it does do a really good job. Like, sometimes I don't want to use BHAs that much because I'm not breaking out, but because maybe my like breakouts have gone, so I stopped using BHA, but then I still need to use AHA because of the texture and all of that the breakouts leave behind on my skin. So when I use glycolic acid first, like in the mornings, and then pair it with a niacinamide serum, it does work really, really, really well for me. So that was the last combination that I want to talk about. And yeah, those are all the combinations that I have as of now that have been working really, really well for me, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Let me know if you do tend to pair actives together, which ones work for you, which ones don't. I would still like to repeat myself once again and say that if you can, avoid pairing multiple actives together. Like right now, if I talk about the past, week or so, I want to say I've kind of taken a little bit of a backseat from chemical exfoliation. I've just been soothing and nourishing and hydrating my skin, mainly because it's winters right now, and I just feel like sometimes chemical exfoliation can just a little bit, okay, just a little bit overly dry your skin. So in the mornings, I do use my Earth Rhythm, the niacinamide toner that I was talking about earlier, along with the It Skin serum. But at the night, I just do simple hydrating steps, and that's about it. So yeah, I will, by the way, be doing an updated skincare routine video very soon. It's going to probably come up in January. For this month, I don't have any skincare routines planned, but I'm trying out a lot of different products. So yeah, that was it for this video. I'm not going to make it any further long. It's already like 15 minutes, and a lot of you might have probably clicked out by now as well. But yeah, in case you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please make sure that you subscribe, because it would mean the absolute world to me. And also click on the bell, which is next to the subscribe button, because that way you'll get every single time I post a new video, which for this month is going to be every single day at 5 p.m. But apart from that, you know my regular schedule. So yeah, please make sure that you subscribe, and I will also leave my Instagram handle in the description box below, so you can follow me there if you're not following me already. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.